a few minutes ago, I got a confirmation that I passed the initial application check. So now I got to call and then do the other paperwork for that and confirmation and pay stubs and stuff. So I just prefer to get that done tonight. Since it is the weekend.
Yeah. So you just been doing that all day?
A lot of that, and just research for the area, and things I'll have to buy, and all the minutia of moving.
Do they have a parking lot, or are you gonna have to?
No, they have a parking lot.
Okay, that's good.
I get a parking spot.
That's very good for LA.
Yes.
Otherwise, you are boned. Also, I meant to ask, why are you moving out there if you're not even going into work now?
Well, we have an office out there. It's like a small 5-man office.
But if you're teleworking.
Yeah, well, for that position, that's more of a plant side thing. So I'll have to visit plants out in LA as well.
Oh, okay.
So, which are a little more physical. Which is a big reason why I have to move out there.
Okay. Because I was gonna say you technically don't even have to live where you live now, right? Since you just telework.
Yeah, well, yeah. This job I didn't have to live here, but
yeah, you even knew you moved out there well into the pandemic. You could have just stayed home. You could have just flown out there to get the laptop and then come back and lived at home.
Yeah, but back then they were thinking that, we'll probably get back into the office before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's good.
And now it's January, and we're still not back. So
I mean, I started in March, and I was there 3 weeks before I got sent home. And when I got sent home, they said, we'll be teleworking full time for now, but expect to be back in, late May, early April.
Right. You're like, okay, that's a month and a half.
And then I didn't go back in until June. And most of the people still aren't. It's just I have a very on location job that I can't exactly do over the internet.
Exactly. So, plus you get your whole crib to yourself.
Yeah, I mean you're living in a single as well, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a big change for you.
It will. Don't worry, I'll have my succulent.
It's not Gustav. You killed him.
No, my brother stepped on him. We buried him out back next to the hamsters.
Oh. What if he starts growing up through the ground?
Then that'll be a very Swamp Thing-esque thing for him to do. But we buried him in a shoebox, so that probably won't happen.
He was fine, and then you buried him in a casket, and then he died.
No, I think he was dead. He lost his whole top.
Yeah. You had him for a really long time.
Oh yeah, it was all through college.
And he lived in that Chinese takeout container for way too long.
He thrived in that Chinese takeout container. Thrived.
Yeah, I wish I could grow some stuff. The way my apartment's situated, it doesn't get great light.
That's fair.
Because I got a giant tree in front of it. I could do stuff on the balcony, and I probably will, but...
That's for not winter.
Yes, exactly. Very much not winter. I've started closing my bedroom door if it's a cloudy day. Because
what's that?
I've got that big balcony, sliding glass door, right?
Right.
And it's not the greatest insulated. It's substandard. So I find that when that door's closed, my heating runs a lot less because there's not that cold air coming in directly next to the thermostat.
Okay.
Sure, my room might be 57 degrees when I go to bed, but if I turn on my heated blanket, it's not a big deal.
I guess the cost of the heated blanket is probably less than the cost of heating your whole place. So.
Much less.
So that's the trade-off.
Yeah,
It's called economics.
Yeah. Plus, it helps that I did a lot of cooking today, so the oven heated the upstairs.
What'd you make?
I cooked up something like, I don't know, maybe it was like 5 pounds of zucchini and a couple pounds of yellow squash.
It's a lot of zucchini.
It is a lot. Initially I was going to do it in a pan. I started chopping it up. I was like, this is actually a lot more than I thought it was. So I spread it out on my baking sheets and cooked it in the oven.
Huh.
Softened it up, and then I mixed a couple of cans of crushed tomatoes and a can of stewed tomatoes with a whole onion diced really fine and some garlic. And I had some frozen meatballs in the freezer, so I put those into the sauce as well. And I simmered that sauce for like 2 hours, hour and a half. And then I boiled up some pasta, mixed it all together. It's mainly zucchini, but there's a lot more. There's a lot more noodles than I thought there was going to be. I thought there was going to be less, but it turns out
I've made squash pasta before. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and there's just a couple of meatballs, and they're super soft, even though they were just like cheap frozen meatballs from Kroger. Boiling them or simmering them in the sauce, they're fall off the bone good.
Oh.
I don't know why I bought bone-in meatballs, but
wait. And I just realized that something's wrong. I can feel it.
But it's pretty good. Trying to eat more vegetables. I eat plenty of fruit, but veggies I probably don't eat enough of.
Get your vitamins.
Mm-hmm. I had a salad to go along with the pasta as well.
Wow, well, hey, look at you. Living your best life out here.
Mm-hmm. Probably put a bit too much Caesar dressing on it, but at least I'm not.
It's a salad, so it has to be healthy.
I just put a little bit too much, you know. It was still a whole orange pepper and then some lettuce.
There's less salad, more ranch soup.
No. And plus I use Caesar. I hate ranch, remember?
Oh, right. Oh, do you want to jump into the album?
Sure. Just trying to stall as long as I can because it was an 11-minute album and I can't imagine we're going to have a ton to say. So I'm trying to draw it out because if people show up in the middle, they'll be showing up at the end.
Hey, well, that's their fault. They know when it starts.
Yeah. All right. Let's roll on over then. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Audio Shop Podcast. This week we are doing Value Select by Value Select.
A micro album, a mini album, if you will.
It's the same length as one Pink Floyd song.
Maybe not even that.
Because Thursday night rolled around and I realized that we hadn't picked an album yet.
Yeah, the new year, you know, lots going on.
Yeah, Cooper's had a very busy week, and I've been trying to get back into the swing of things after having 2 weeks off. So it was a little all over the place. So I was like, let's just do a real short one.
This is like a hors d'oeuvre or an appetizer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
just something light.
Real nice short one. I've been watching this guy for a while, so I've liked his videos, and he just put an album out mid or late 2020. I was like, you know what? Well, let's give that a listen. So a little bit of history for you, Cooper. I don't know if you know who Value Select is, but he's a YouTube channel / persona created by Maxwell Renner. He performs comedy skit videos, which are often focused around music and have reoccurring characters. The wiki is a lot more in depth. Like I've been watching him for like a year and a half. There's a lot of stuff that I watched and didn't even pick up on. There's a lot of interesting pages on his wiki. There's a lot of overlap between skits. The reoccurring characters are quite in depth and that kind of stuff.
Oh, wow. A cinematic universe,
exactly,
as it were.
Yes. Basically, it's all based around this character called Value Select or Mr. Select, who is the rightful king of Planet Select.
Makes sense.
His father was killed by Steven Spielberg.
Of course.
And then
E.T. fame.
At the end of 2019, they called a truce to fight a greater evil. And at that point, I'm like, I'm not. Why did I? I didn't even have that written down. I just remembered it. So it's an interesting read. He currently has 147,000 subscribers on YouTube. Did I say 47? 174,000 subscribers on YouTube. He started the channel only 4 years ago, and his most popular video is actually the music video for the first song on this album, "Hit Me With Your Car," which is just 5K shy of 1 million views.
Wow. Well, let's
He's the self-proclaimed king of mirth pop, and
what's a mirth pop?
It's a term that he made up.
Ah, okay.
And the album is only 11 minutes, so no matter what we say after talking about every song, just listen to it. It's really short. Like, what else are you going to do? It's 11 minutes. Just listen to it. Even if it's trash, listen to it. But it's not trash. I can tell you that right now. But I don't want to show my hand too early.
Yeah, I did watch some of his videos for research for this, especially the videos that correlate with a lot of these songs on this album.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it's very, very funny stuff. I had a chuckle. I'll admit it.
I will say some of the better songs and videos that he's done haven't made their way onto this album, mainly for the fact that he takes established songs. They're not traditional songs in the sense. It's the vaporwave, or he likes a lot of the Japanese. I don't know how to describe them. Synthwave, not synthwave.
SoundCloud-esque.
Yeah, mainly the stuff you find on SoundCloud, that it doesn't have any speaking, it's pretty repetitive, but it's got a really good beat to it. And then he creates a story and lyrics to go over top of that. Sometimes he'll add something, sometimes he won't. And that kind of prohibits him from putting it onto Spotify, which is where this album is, due to the fact that they don't like you stealing other people's music.
So are any of the instrumentals on this album original, or is it all like kind of borrowed with his lyrics then?
Oh no, this is all his original stuff, because he can't use the copy and pasted music, is what I was saying.
Okay.
So while these are very good, most of my favorites aren't on here because they use those already established backing tracks. But hey, "Hit Me With Your Car" is an original song, and it's almost got 1 million views, so.
All right. So then let's jump right in.
This is not Flying Microtonal Banana. The one thing I forgot to change. Hop on into track number 1 then. "Hit Me With Your Car."
Hit me with your car. So it hits you right off the bat with a very like I guess synth heavy or keyboard heavy kind of vaporwave trappings.
Vaporwave aesthetic with a little bit of trap stylings.
Yeah. About a song. A lot of these songs are comedy songs. Mm-hmm. In fact, all of them are. So as the song title implies, it's basically him about committing insurance fraud.
Well, you say that, but he does mention that he wouldn't mind having broken legs.
Yes.
So it's not so much insurance fraud at that point.
And also dying, perhaps.
Yes. Side note, we should probably make, there's 11 songs on this album. Some of them are 30 seconds. We might only have one sentence to say.
Yeah, I mean, you can only go so deep. I mean, it's a 12-song album with 11 minutes long. This is the longest song of the album at a vast minute 40.
Yeah, so just to give you, we're probably going to say one sentence and move on. This is on track to be the shortest episode of Audio Shop ever. But yeah, you pretty much said everything I had written down. He's got a really good voice, which I like. And I think the reason that this is so close to 1 million views is because it's vocalizing the dream that many had in college.
of being able to get loads of money with only having to sacrifice your body in the process.
Yes. I know a lot of people I was with in the engineering program thought that way.
If only the Silver Loop bus ran me over, I wouldn't have to pay for college.
Exactly. Jumping to track number 2 then.
Yeah, track number 2, you've got A Rich Dad, which is a topical song about how money always cheats the system.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an acoustic-led song on this one.
It is. He's saying something so controversial yet so brave.
Which is basically you can just get away with whatever if you just have a dad that's rich. Yeah.
It's got a great use of audio, though. It has the unique vocal line recorded, one for each ear, which gives a lot of depth when the only instrument is an acoustic guitar, which I really liked.
Yeah, and I really do like his vocal styling. It's the kind of stacked vocals. He's a good singer. It carries a lot of character too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got very good. Ooh, shit! Gotta stop hitting my mic. He's got a very good voice, and he stacks the vocals very deep on almost every song. I think my favorite line from this one was "Rich Mom is Rich Dad Mark II" or something like that.
Yeah, I like the little "Everywhere You Look" stinger, which is just the beginning of the open house theme. You know, in honor of that one lady who got arrested for bribing a college.
Yeah. Jump into track number 3 then.
Track number 3, Astrology Girls, quotation, or parentheses, The Fall of Modern Man. Which is another acoustic-led one about the trappings of wanting to bone a girl, but she's into astrology and it's kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah, just he fakes being into astrology to get laid. This one is really focused on the lyrics. He throws a lot of stuff out there real quick.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 30-second song, but he's talking the entire time.
Mm-hmm. I really dig that synth that's in the background that pops in around 15 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
He's just synth. I like it. It's good.
Well, synth and acoustic together on my song?
It's more likely than you think. Jump to track number 4.
Yeah, I mean, 30-second song.
Yeah, it's 30 seconds.
Yeah,
when the conversation dies.
Yeah, this one's a pretty relatable topic of what happens when you're talking to a guy you have nothing else to say. Mm-hmm. And so for a banging instrumental, very enthusiastic.
Yeah, I really like the instrumental on this one. But my issue is it shoves so much into a short period of time, and it gets cut off early as well. Like the full song is in the album.
Yeah, it's a 30-second snippet. Yeah, it's basically all the lyrics right there.
Yeah.
Kind of wish you had
Sorry, go ahead.
Let some of the instrumentals breathe maybe occasionally, but you know, there's a thing to say that it's just so tight.
Yeah, I mean it's made for a sketch video as opposed to being a song and then put into a sketch video. So keeping it to that bite-sized attention span segment is kind of the focus on that. I really like how the lyrics fit in with the beat. The middle section is a bit shaky where it kind of goes to a different tempo for a second or two, but then it picks back up. And I think this one has the most energy.
Oh, yeah. It's quite funky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of fun, which is nice after quite a few acoustics.
And keeps all the, all the energy throughout its 30-second runtime, so it's blistering.
Yeah. Jump into track number 5, if you're ready.
Yeah, track number 5.
I'm not hungry. I'm just bored.
Yes. Which is a piano-led rock ballad about, only having Triscuits to eat.
That's not how you spell
something that's very relatable.
Yeah, I relate a bit too much to this one.
It's also got a pretty good build-up for, a 30-second song.
Mm-hmm.
And it's starting with just the piano, and then the drums kicking out like the 15-second part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his vocals on this one are very, very good. Like I said before, he stacks his vocals like 5 deep.
Yeah, he likes his vocal stacks, but it sounds good, so.
Yeah, oh yeah, not complaining at all. Jumping to track number 6.
Track number 6, Jim Bro Betrayal.
This, I felt, was probably the most fleshed out song.
In terms of lore?
No, just like in terms of,
being a full song. Yeah.
There's some longer ones later on, but they're a little bit broken up. This one kind of tells the full story. It's a bit longer. It's nice.
Yeah, so it's got a nice story about basically Your gym partner deciding not to work out with you anymore.
Basically, it's a guy's working out with him, but he's cheating on him and working out with somebody else because
he's too lightweight.
He's too lightweight,
which is hilarious. That's very relatable.
Oh, poor Cooper.
No. Hey. No. Just whenever you're on different levels, it's hard to work out sometimes. But I do like how the vocals are in both ears, doing the harmonies.
Yes, very good. The beginning's a bit too crisp. There's a few too many mouth sounds. But I feel like it gets better as the song goes on.
Plus, I like that little Y that he sings. Yeah, it even has like a little acoustic breakdown in the middle.
Yeah, and I love all the gym puns in it as well. They're great.
My sadness hit a new PR.
Yeah,
that line kills me.
There's so many just good little puns in there, playing into working out and that kind of stuff. This is probably the most fun one, I think. Most well thought out, maybe.
It's a concise plot. Now, expressing more in so short a time than some songs do and longer.
Also, it's a nicely written ballad as well.
Oh yeah.
Jumping to track number 7 if you're ready.
Track number 7. I Let You In, the excuses of an older brother. As an older brother myself, that's very relatable. Of just playing off that you weren't even trying enough for it to even count as a win.
Well, I'm an older brother as well, but I can't relate to this because I never lost.
Wow. You're that big brain.
More so that my sister was not good at the games that we would play. I think this is the best use of the vocals and guitar yet. The lower acoustic register with the lower vocals, which then swing up to the higher vocals, I think has more musical planning than anywhere else on the album for this one.
Oh yeah, it's a good build up to like a little switch, and then obviously the end sketches him punching his brother in his balls. The classic ending to any song.
Yeah.
Track number 8.
All right. I was waiting to see if you had anything.
So short. I'm not used to this brevity.
I'm not even closing the track list window.
Now, speaking of relatable songs, track number 8, saddest song ever sung, Ellipses.
This one has quite a bit of instrumental work in it, I'll say. It's got some great piano work with, I think it's glockenspiel. How do we always get glockenspiel in these?
I don't know, but I'm glad we do. It always enhances.
I swear every album we've ever listened to has had a song with glockenspiel in it.
It's the backbone of music.
I didn't realize it was so prolific.
Oh yeah, but I was saying this album, obviously, given it's so short, doesn't really give the instrumentals much time to breathe. But the song actually has like a nice little 30-second like piano and glockenspiel build up.
Yeah, which is much needed after.
Nice little breathing room, considering how what am I saying?
Neck
breaking speed this album is. Yeah, my brain shut off there for a second.
Brecknecken.
It's like I'm speaking German. Brecknecken die Deutsch. What was I going to say? Yeah, no, but it's just a nice little breathing room before it gets into the... The song's actually pretty funny about pretty much a guy being tired of women only wanting him for his body.
Yeah.
Nice little, introspection of the motif there. Of him just, being a pretty face, but since he has no money, no one wants to stay with him.
Yeah.
Which is simultaneously funny and also sad.
Yeah. Well, it's more so that they want to be with him to sleep with him, but they don't want to like go on any dates or anything.
Yeah, he just wants someone to play Scrabble with and not actually bang him.
Yeah. It's got some strings and some synth that pop in around the 1 minute mark, but they don't stick around for too long, sadly.
Yeah, they're very sparingly used.
Mm-hmm. And of course it ends with someone from off to the background screaming at him to shut up.
Well, the man just wants some permanent love.
Jumping to track number 9. Oh, so that's why he's single.
Oh yeah, these are kind of like I guess, cousin songs right here.
Yeah.
Where this one's women must be leaving him alone because he's so handsome that they're intimidated by him.
Although I think this is more of his internal thinking as opposed to anything else.
As opposed to his shitty attitude.
Yeah. I felt like this one was a bit flat compared to the others. It kind of fits with I've seen the video, so it kind of fits with the video, but everything that's used in this song, we've already seen a couple of times elsewhere on the album, so it's just kind of there, in my opinion.
No, I agree. It's acoustically, which is nice, but it doesn't really do anything interesting instrumentally or vocally. Or even the subject matter is like, okay, that's the joke. Yeah. It's not like too subversive in any way.
Yeah. But it's very quick, so you can't. It's like 30 seconds.
Yeah, you can get right to the next song.
Yeah.
Which is the Triple Bunk, or track number 10, the Triple Bunk theme song. Which, as someone who's currently house hunting in LA, the song hits way too close to home.
The video is even better. I don't know if you watched.
I did watch the video for this one of basically a guy taking a girl home to his place, and he shares a room with two other guys in a triple bunk bed.
Yeah. It's very pop feeling, and I feel it has the most consistent drum track of any song on the album. But holy crap, $40 a month for rent and water's included.
Yeah, it actually does not exist.
Yeah. But there's the breakdown, and then a freaking 2-1 clap comes in.
Which I'm not even upset about, because just the song's kind of going for that kind of cheesy motif vibe. Yeah, Finn's got a finger snap breakdown.
Yeah. And then they all introduce themselves at the end and say which bunk they sleep on. Yeah,
give a little spiel. I also like the little part about the only downside being if someone jumps on the bed too hard, someone's gonna die.
No, we all die.
Oh, they all die. I also like the motif of, since there's three of them, there's a voice in the left ear, a voice in the right ear, and then one that's in both. So it's like it plays into the theme of the song, Sam.
And they balance it pretty well as well.
Yeah,
they've all got similar vocal styles, or at least they mix them to have similar. I'm gonna stroke too. Similar vocal styles as well.
Yeah, it's actually it's a very, very catchy song given what it is. Even that little like name game breakdown in the background. Now back in at the beginning of like college, you're like where you all have to stand in a circle and say some interesting fact about you. I also like the implication at the end of the song that she has to have sex with all of them because they all sleep in the same bed.
Yeah. Jumping to track number 11. How to Torture Your Girlfriend. Parentheses, girlfriend again. Square brackets. Ex-girlfriend. Yes.
It's a song about breaking up with a girlfriend, but also still wanting to have sex. Which is another acoustic-led song, but it's got a pretty funny subject matter. Especially the whole thing of him like, maybe we should get back together until I change my mind again.
Yeah. It's more kind of upbeat acoustic with the higher vocals, which I like. That's not something that we've seen as much on the album so far, but it's a short one.
Oh yeah, but like all the songs are in and out, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
They're basically almost all under 1 minute. Mm-hmm. Micro pop.
Micro mirth pop. Jump to track number 12.
Yeah, track number 12, Workout on My Front Lawn. Something I've also done before. Which honestly, this song's kind of hype though.
Yeah, it's certainly got a lot of energy to it. It starts a little bit too similarly, for my taste, to track number 11. Like, they kind of flow into each other a bit too well, which is kind of weird when nothing else has done that.
But then it kind of, at like the 10-second mark, kind of goes in that more like, jumping kind of feel.
Yeah, it quickly fleshes itself out with a bunch of other instrumentals. And it's basically him working out with some people on his front lawn. Because
all the gyms are closed because of COVID.
Yeah, it's worth noting that this was released 5 months ago when it was clear that the pandemic was not going to be over anywhere near soon. and his videos were focused on that for a little bit.
And you gotta love that. You gotta love the line of "I'm working out for a future that doesn't exist."
Yeah.
Oh man, I mean, it's as good of an ender as any on the album.
Yeah, I mean, you could put anything. There's no rhyme or reason to the order.
Yeah, I mean,
this.
it's so quick. There's really not any through line.
Yeah. But Cooper, what would you say your favorite song on the album is?
Yeah, that's it.
30 seconds.
Yeah, we're at the end of the album already.
Yeah.
Like I said, this Mirth Pop is snappy. Well, I just got to say that my favorite song is probably the Triple Punk theme song. Like I said, very relatable for where I'm in my life right now. Also, I just like the harmonies and the premise. It's probably the one I found the funniest. I just really dig it. What about you, Sam?
I think I'm going to have to go with Jim Bro Betrayal. It's just a funny. I like all the puns. It's a love ballad, a love ballad between two Jim Bros, and yeah, it's just a fun song. What about your least favorite?
I mean, all the songs are I mean, given they're also short, it's not like you can hate any of them.
Yeah.
I guess my least favorite would have to be maybe the "Oh, so that's why it's single." It's like the least interesting in terms of just like that concept it presents and like the acoustic backing.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty forgettable. I mean, still listenable, but within the context of the album, it doesn't really do anything.
I'll have to agree, and it's 30 seconds, so I don't have anything new to add to that. But yeah, do you want to do the rating system this time? We're already there.
Yeah, sure. And this one went pretty fast. So here at the audio shop, me and Sam actually have together. We have about 3 weeks of car experience.
Mm-hmm. I changed my headlight this week.
It changes headlight. I looked at the gas pedal once. So we know a thing or two about cars. So we decided to make our rating system based on that. With our best rating being a showroom. That's the tip top. This is the must-haves, the must-listens. All the way at the bottom, you got the scrapyards. This is the throw it into the river and then get fined because that's trash. It's polluting. So basically, like the Pog champ in the chat, by the way. So basically, and then we give like a high or low, depending on if we got some wiggle room there. So Sam, what's your rating for this album?
I think I'm gonna have to give it a high fixer-upper because I feel like there's not enough material for me to evaluate it any other way. It's good, but it's 11 minutes, which and most songs are 30 seconds, which kind of limits the amount of stuff you can do. So, I mean, it's good. Listen to it, but it's not like revolutionary. It's skit music, basically.
Yeah.
It's good, but
yeah, I'll probably be a little more generous and give it like a low, like new. Like you said, it's kind of limited by its format, but also at the same time, it leans into those strengths. Of like each song is very to the point, and the lyrics are very tight. So I can't really fault it too much. Obviously, I'm not going to give it a perfect score, but I think it gets what it needs to do. Most of the songs are really funny and sound great. So it's not exactly, a masterpiece, but I think it set out and did what it had to do.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're making yourself like a sandwich or something, just put it on the album, and it's 11 minutes. It's worth a listen.
Yeah, you'll finish the album before you finish making and eating the sandwich.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's the end. We're gonna roll on over the spare tire now. Talk about whatever else we've been listening to this past week. So what have you been listening to, Cooper?
Yeah, I've been listening to not as much new stuff as much as a kind of a lot of some old throwback stuff. I've been listening to a lot of Stevie Wonder, a lot of Prince. I was able to get through the Stevie Wonder discography, which was nice. You can see that as an evolution of the artist. Now I'm working through Prince's discography. So there's just a lot of, obviously, both great artists, both masters of their class. And it's just enjoyable to listen to them grow as artists and go along. You find some hidden gems when you go through a full discography like that. Maybe not all the big name Prince or Stevie Wonder songs. Did you know Stevie Wonder made the soundtrack to a plant documentary, and it's full of bangers?
I had no idea.
I've been blessing that song, "The Secret Life of Plants." It's a great album. And beyond that, I also listened to the new Paul McCartney album. That was pretty interesting. McCartney 3. I actually think it was pretty great. Even I liked it more than McCartney 2, actually. Which is, given that he made that in 1980 and he made this one in 2020. Mm-hmm. You don't expect someone to put out something this good when he's like 78. But hey, it slaps. What about you, Sam? What have you been listening to?
I've been ELO and Traveling Wilburys. That's it.
Wow. Who are those?
I listened to some Cassiopeia as well.
Cassiopeia?
Yeah, or Cassiopeia, however you want to say it. Asian Dreamer, 1994. It's basically Asian jazz.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
He's very good guitarist. All of the songs are in capitals.
Of course.
But it's really good, and it's one of my favorite jazz albums. Just slap on in the background and have going while I'm doing some work. Because I can no longer go to work and not listen to anything, because holy crap, I don't know how I lived before that, honestly.
What, just working?
Just working and not having anything going in my ears. You're telling me I can listen to jazz instead of my coworkers argue about politics?
That's preferable, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, nice. See, that about wraps it up, honestly, for today.
Yeah, that's all she wrote. So, you got any last remarks, Cooper?
Nothing for me. What about you, Sam?
Nope. Thank you all for listening to the Audio Shop podcast. If you've liked what you heard and you want to listen to some more, if you scroll down, there's a picture of Jeff Lynne you can click. That'll take you over to YouTube. All the past stuff's there. If you're on YouTube, we're live Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern. Which... Is that going to be an issue, Cooper, when you move? Or
yeah, we'll figure that out. That out.
Because that's going to be a 4-hour time difference?
3 hour from Eastern.
3-hour time difference. So it'd be at 5. That's probably not going to fly, is it?
Yeah, we'll figure something out when that happens.
Because you might still be working at 5 p.m.
On a Sunday?
Oh, yeah, it's Sunday.
I hope not.
I don't know. LA's crazy, man. Their Sunday's Monday. Their Tuesday's Wednesday.
It's back. It's bizarro world.
Yeah. But yeah, where can they find us on Twitter, Cooper?
They could find us at AudioShop14. Like I said, it's usually 8 p.m. Eastern, but we'll let you know what we'll be reviewing.
Mm-hmm. So you can listen to it and see if you believe us as reviewers or you think we're full of crap.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say if you think that. I mean, we listen to the music, I swear. We've got ears. We're not AI that was programmed to review music.
Well, that'd be nice if we were. Only existing for 2 hours or so out of the week.
Jeez.
Anyway, thank you all for listening, and we will see you again next time.
Yeah. See you later, shoppies.
See ya.